Class 5 Computer Lesson 3 Advanced Features of Word Processor Part 2. In today's class, we are going to learn about the following tools. Formatting tools in Word. So in formatting tools, we are going to learn about the following things. First one is page break, line break, tabs, text indentations. In second group, we will be learning setting page layout, margins, page orientation, page size. Page break. Page break option enables a user to end the page on which he was typing and start the text from the next page. So wherever you will insert page break, the cursor will jump to the next page. So it will leave all the leftover lines and go to next page, and the text will start from new page. So how to do it, we'll see. To apply page break in your document, click the cursor from where you want to break the page and then go to layout tab and click on breaks and choose page option. When you choose page option, this page will end here, and then the next page, the cursor will go to next page and you can start typing there. See, the old page is ended and now cursor is on new page. So we can start typing from here. So this is how you use page break to break the first page and go move the cursor to the next page so that you can start typing from the new page. Line break. A line break marks an end to the current line and moves the cursor to the next line. Used mostly for typing address or a poem. So line break puts an end to the line and the cursor moves to the next line. So whenever we are typing address or poems, lines are not up to the end. So they are short, text is short. It doesn't go up complete the full line. So in that case, we use line breaks. So how to use line break, we'll see. To add a line break, position your cursor at the point from where you want to break the line and then press from the keyboard shift and then enter together. So if you press shift and enter, it will go to next line. The text after the line break will go to next line, but not as a new paragraph. This is a single paragraph. If you want to change the paragraph, and press only enter and see the space between both the paragraph. Now it is more, but when you add a line break, the space is less. Now I'll press shift plus enter. See, the space between the lines is same, so it is not a new paragraph. It has just changed the line. The first line break is added and the line after the cursor goes to the next line, not to the next paragraph. So this is how you use line break. Tabs. Tabs is a paragraph formatting feature that is used to align the text on the page evenly between left margin and right margin. So tabs are used to arrange or organize the text properly on the page evenly between the left and the right margin of the page. So we'll see how to do it. Steps to change the default settings of tabs stopped, and before doing starting the steps, I will show you what a tab does when you press the tab button on the keyboard. Now the cursor is before W, so I'll press the tab. It moves 1.27 centimeter. Okay, now we'll change the settings of tab. Go to layout tab, click on paragraph group, go to paragraph dialog box launcher at the bottom of the paragraph group and click on it. Paragraph dialog box will appear. Go at the bottom of the dialog box. There is on the left hand side there is tabs button. Click on it. It will open tabs dialog box. At the starting of the dialog box on the right hand side it is given default tab stops. Here 1.27 centimeter is there. If you want to increase it, see what will happen. I have made it 3.5. Now see that W RAY, what will happen to it? It moves so much distance. So now for this document, the settings have been changed for tab. So we'll see it again. It moves to a greater distance. So tab stop has increased. So this is how you change the default settings of tab. Text indentation. An indent is a space between the text and the margin. To create a properly structured document, we need to separate different information. This we can do by setting the indents as required. So indents is a space between the margin and the text. So you can see on the screen also, uh, I have marked the margins with blue lines. So you can see the text is how it is arranged. So the distance between the text and the margin is the indent. So on the left hand side you can see that indent is 0. Okay, so how to change indent settings, we'll see how to use indent. To set the indents, you have to follow these steps. First, click on the paragraph for whose indent you are going to change. This is a single paragraph. Now, click on Layout tab. In Layout tab, paragraph group is there. In paragraph group, left and right indents are given on the ribbon, so you can change from here. Now, see carefully what happens to the text. Left indent I'm going to increase. See, it's moving away from the margin. Now I'll increase the right indent. See what will happen to the text if the indent is increased. See, the text moves to the next line because space is less. So the space between the margin and the text, here it is showing on the scale. So margin and the text is the indent. So here we have increased the indent from both left and right hand side. Now for first line indent, click on the paragraph dialog box launcher, and in indent and spacing tab, special uh, group is there. In that, click on the drop down arrow and click on first line. So here by default it comes 1.27 centimeter. If I'll click OK, see what will happen to the first line. The indent has increased. So this is how you change the indents for your documents. Setting page layout. Margins. Margin is the space between the text and the edge of the document. By default, it is 1 inch between the text and each edge. So, what is margin? So, margin is the space between the text and the edge of the page, or you can say end of the page or corner of the page. Sorry, not corner, it's edge. So, the space between the text and the edge is called margin, and by default in Word document, this margin is set to 1 inch. That means text will start from 1 inch from the edge. So we'll see how to set the margins. To set the margins, first click on Layout tab. In Layout tab, you have to click on Margins. When you click on Margins, a list of predefined margins will show. So you can choose from these predefined margins whichever margin type you want. Like normal is there, then narrow. In this one, margins will be smaller. Moderate, not big, not small. Wide, very big margins. Mirrored, on 2 pages, how the margins will look as if they are mirrored, as you see in mirror. Then Office 2003 default, means in Office 2003 what was the margin, that also is available here. Other than these predefined margins, you can also set your own margins like custom margins. Now you can define how much margin space should be left. So on top, bottom, left, right, all these you can set and then click OK, and your margins will be set on the page. So this is how you set the margins for a page in Word. Page orientation. There are two orientation in Word. So we'll see each one of them. First one is portrait. The vertical orientation is termed as portrait. So when the page is vertically aligned, that orientation is called portrait. When you will print a page in portrait orientation, it will look somewhat like this. So normally we are using portrait orientation. So by default, when you print a page, it prints in portrait orientation. You can change it. The second one is landscape. The horizontal orientation is termed as landscape. So when we print, the page is printed, it prints horizontally. It is set to landscape orientation. So we'll see how it looks when it is in landscape orientation. So it will look like this. So the first one is portrait and the second one is landscape orientation. Steps to set page orientation. Now we'll see how to change the orientation of the page to make it portrait or landscape. To set the page orientation, click on Layout tab and then go to Orientation. Click on Orientation. By default, portrait is set for page orientation. You can change it to landscape. See the change in the paper when I will click on this. Okay, the page orientation has changed. So this is how you change. If you want to change it back, again go to Layout tab, click on Orientation and click on portrait. So this is how you change page orientation of the document. Page size. Now we have different sizes of pages, like you can see in the figure that is given. The You have to click the layout tab, and in layout tab you have to go to size option. When you click on size option, it will give all the sizes that are available by default, so you can use these sizes in printer for printing. So you have to make sure that if you are changing also page size, it should not be big, that will not fit to your printer size, then it will print in a wrong way. So page sizes, like letter, legal, A4. Normally we are using A4 size for our printing our documents from the printer. So we'll see steps to change the page size using default page sizes given. So we'll change the uh, page size for our document and see using the default page sizes that are given in the list. To change the page size, first go to layout tab, click on it, and then in page setup, click on size. Now these are predefined sizes of paper that are already given there. So you can choose from these. Letter size. These are all different sizes of letters, of pages. You can choose. Normally, we use A4 size for printing our document. But there are different other sizes also. You can choose from these. Then we have envelopes also. Okay, for envelopes also you can print on envelopes, addresses. So these are the options that are given there. For example, I'll click on one of the envelopes and you see the change in the paper or the page that is on the screen. See, the page has become smaller because envelopes are small, so this size has become small. So this is how you change the page size. Click on the layout tab, go to size and choose whichever page size you want for your work. Steps to change the page size using custom page size. So in this option, custom page size, we have to type the length and width of the page and make a new size of page, which is not given in the default sizes. So we are going to see the steps how to do it. To define a custom page size, or you can say uh, to make the page size according to your own need. To do that, you have to change the width and length of the page. So to do so, click on layout tab, then go to size. The predefined list will be open, and in the last in the end of this list, there's an option given more page sizes. Click on it. Page setup dialog box will open, and in this one, paper tab, in the first line, paper tab should be selected, and in this first option is paper size. So here predefined list will be there of papers, but if you want to make your own page size or define custom page size, you can say, you have to change the width and height of the page. So I will, here 21 centimeter is there, I will make it 15, and height also 29.7 is given. I will make it 15 centimeter. So both width and height I have made 15 centimeter, and I'll click OK. See the page size now. It is looking square in size, and this is 15 by 15 centimeter page size. So this is how you define your own page size, or you can say define a custom page size.